So I'm so excited to talk to you. And when I was watching your video about your new series, you said that you have anxiety, and I would love to talk to you about that.
Okay, great.
Okay, so anxiety. Can I ask you a few questions about the anxiety that you feel and all of that? Is that okay?
Of course, whatever you want.
Okay, so when do you feel anxiety most often?
So my anxiety started when I was in my 20s and I had crippling anxiety attacks where I would literally be on the floor shaking and sweating.
Okay.
And I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm having heart attacks. And figured out that they're anxiety attacks. And I kind of figured out how to breathe through them, to witness them, allow them, and let my breath kind of carry me through the experience, and that this too shall pass. It kind of comes in waves. And I view anxiety that way, like it comes in waves. There's not really a rhyme or reason. It's not like, oh, I see a spider and I get an anxiety attack, or I've got an assignment due and I've got an anxiety attack. There can be all kinds of just vague triggers of an anxiousness about something in the future. Oh, this isn't going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can feel it kind of rumbling, a rumbling discontent. I don't get those attacks anymore like that.
So you've learned to live with it, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You don't love it, but you've learned to live with it.
Exactly. Yes, I have. Yeah.
And is there somewhere in your body that you feel anxiety more than anywhere else?
Well, I do notice it. I notice it in two ways. So the Buddhists call it the monkey mind. So if my brain is like spinning, and there's a word I love called rumination. If it's ruminating, like I'm just kind of like, sometimes I feel like it's like when you put a shoe in the dryer and it's like, and like thoughts are like clicking like that or bouncing around like popcorn too much. I'm like, oh, that is an indicator that I'm feeling anxiety. And for me, it's a real unsettledness in my belly. And usually I'm disconnected from my breath. Oftentimes some breath work and meditation work can help center that.
So I've been using this technique for 17 years called tapping, also known as EFT. Have you ever heard of this?
So I've done EMDR before. Is this similar to EMDR?
It is similar, but it's different. So EFT tapping is more like acupressure, and you use your hands to tap on various acupressure points in your body. And as you're doing that, you're talking through an experience. And as you're doing that, you're bringing down the stress response in your amygdala, and you're helping to rewire your brain. So you're literally changing a belief that's been there for a really long time. And I've found that it works tremendously for anxiety. And I wondered if you'd like to give it a shot.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to use your hands. I'm going to show you the points, but it's really easy. You're just going to follow what I do, but I'll just show them to you before we get started. So your first point is the top of your head, and you kind of tap rhythmically like this. Then the second point is your eyebrows here. Then the side of your eye, under your eye. Yeah. Under your nose, you just use one finger for that one because it's a little point. Then under your lip, your collarbones, under your armpit, like if you were wearing a bra, where your bra strap would come around.
I am wearing a bra.
I thought you might be. And then your two wrists together. And that's it. So basically,
do the armpit like one and then the other, or do you?
You can if you want to. I always just do one side. It's easier that way.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do, we're going to tap those points. And on each point, I'm going to say a sentence and you're just going to repeat it after me.
Okay.
We're just going to see how that feels.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I love it. I'm in.
All right, let's go. Even though I feel anxiety.
Even though I feel anxiety.
And I've learned to live with it.
And I've learned to live with it.
But I don't love it.
But I don't love it.
I deeply and completely.
I deeply and completely.
Love and accept and forgive myself.
Love and accept and forgive myself.
I know that I have this tendency.
I know that I have this tendency
to ruminate,
to ruminate
like a shoe in a dryer.
like a shoe in a dryer.
And I feel this unsettled feeling
And I feel this unsettled feeling
deep in my belly.
deep in my belly.
And I'd love to not feel that anymore.
And I'd love to not feel that anymore.
I would love to feel free.
I would love to feel free.
I would love to feel that I can trust,
I would love to feel that I can trust,
that the universe or a higher power has got my back,
that a universe or a higher power has got my back,
and that I'm always loved and protected,
and that I'm always loved and protected,
and that I'm going to be okay.
and that I'm going to be okay.
But even though this anxiety still exists,
But even though this anxiety still exists,
I can accept its existence.
I can accept its existence.
I know it won't kill me,
I know it won't kill me,
even though sometimes it feels that way.
even though sometimes it feels that way.
And I'm willing to take the pressure off myself.
And I'm willing to take the pressure off myself.
Sometimes I feel like I need to know
Sometimes I feel like I need to know
every single thing that's going to happen.
every single thing that's going to happen.
But I know that I'm not really in charge.
But I know that I'm not really in charge.
And I can release this need.
And I can release this need.
I can learn to trust
I can learn to trust
that the universe has a much better imagination than I do.
that the universe has a much better imagination than I do.
And that I can feel good,
And that I can feel good,
that I can relax,
that I can relax,
and that I can feel safe.
that I can feel safe.
Even though I feel this anxiety,
Even though I feel this anxiety
I deeply and completely
deeply and completely
love and accept and forgive myself.
love and accept and forgive myself.
And maybe I can even forgive this anxiety
And maybe I can even forgive this anxiety
because maybe it's here to tell me to slow down
because maybe it's here to tell me to slow down
and be present with my life.
and be present with my life.
All right, take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. How does that feel?
Amazing. That's awesome. That's so cool. Wow. Feel really so much more grounded and present and in my body and in my breath.
Mm.
That's a really cool, that's a beautiful exercise. You know, I think
Isn't it?
touch and how it works with the brain physiologically, electricity and with breath and with emotion.
Yeah.
I love that interconnection. It's really cool.
It's fascinating. And what I really love about tapping is you can do it wherever you are. You could be in a bathroom stall, you could be in the back of an Uber, and it's free. You know, you can just press these points and just repeat something that's soothing, and it really will change the way you feel. So I'm really excited that I got to share that with you today.
That's amazing. I wish you had been on our show, Geography of Bliss. We would have interviewed you, and millions would have seen you.
Well,
Well,
have me on the next season.
okay, next season.